this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. Got his man, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
I My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. To the ground, he's got it again.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Shapen. Takes the easy one to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Split the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll run play action. Makes the grab.
Loss of 2. 3rd down coming up.
The Longhorns need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Makes the grab. He's wrestled down right at the 35. Good job by the defense to stop that conversion attempt. Fourth down coming. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball to drive.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sends it back in motion. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Mississippi State.
And the Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. On the option. Quick toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
The option look. Trying to get it in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I love how this offensive coordinator uses all of his playmakers and all of the speed. This is a guy that we've seen hurt defenses before catching the football, but you can get him involved in the running game as well with the option play. You get him on the perimeter. He's the pitch man. Nobody accounting for him. It's an easy walk-in score for the offense.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires to the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. There he goes. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They think there's room to run to the right here. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. 3:25. Back to pass, it's Manning. He's got him. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Mosley. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Now on first down from the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Reese. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tried to get them a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, that DB basically could have just ran that route for the wide receiver. He was all over him. There was no shot that receiver was going to be able to make that play. Beautiful job by the defensive line.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's... Can't hang on. He muffs it.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
To the air, it's Manning. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Motion from the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets past the marker.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Looking downfield on first down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They're setting up the screen. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Shapen. On target. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Trying to keep the drive alive. It's a seam wide open. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
He'll keep it himself. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Swings it out to the flat. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll try to run for it. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Off play action. There's some pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. To throw, it's Shapen. Makes a catch. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on third down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He'll pull it on the read. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to pass. It's Shapen. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. The field goal is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Wingo. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one, understand it.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to start. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. A really nice... methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field, see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. Oh, better look out. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Caught behind the line. It's Reese. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turn.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Back locked up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Now on the option. Leaves it with the running back. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will open from the 15. He leaves it with his back. Makes a man miss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He's going to throw deep right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Trying to do it on the ground. Got room to work. He's loose down the left side. Lots of running room. He's at the touchdown, Texas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 18 over Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Oh, they really could have used that patch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
These specialists and these return specialists, they got speed for days. But you better hang on to the football. I know you want to make big plays, those splash plays that can change games, but you better secure the football first.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to them.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He's taking a deep shot. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? To the air, it's Manning. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent, and this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were #1, that doesn't mean anything until the end of the season, and you're the last guy standing, and you have the trophy. So take this loss, work on some of those things you think you need to work on so it doesn't happen again.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.